In this tutorial we're going to cover adding and editing customers to the system. So we'll go right into the admin menu and select customer setup, and this brings up the list view, the common list view. Here we can select insert. This is a new system, so there are no current customers in there. We select insert, and this brings up the customer entry field. So there is a first and last name field, so we'll call this person and as usual we can select the fields by pressing the tab button or the mouse. Now here you enter the customer code. This is the customer code that you would allocate to this particular customer, so we'll give this customer 001. And here we have a label field. Now this is the label name or detail that is going to be printed out on customer labels. So if we call this Sidman, now that would be printed on the actual customer labels later on. So let the customer address. This is used for delivery addressing for customers. So our revenue, and we continue to enter the detail as normal, entering everything. Now we've got a country selection for the customer in case they're in a different country, and the telephone number as usual. Now you don't have to enter all this detail. You can enter as much or as little as you need, including the mobile number. Now there are a number of buttons on the left hand side of the screen, all of which are currently greyed out and non-functioning, and this is because currently we've not allocated an ID to this particular customer. Now the ID would be allocated by the system when we save this customer. So if we save this customer, you'll notice now that we've added the customer to the list. If we select the customer now, go back and edit, you see all the data that we've previously entered is saved there, and the customer has now been allocated a system ID of 1. A number of the buttons are still greyed out. Now these are functions that are currently under development by Parkatronic and will be added to future versions, so currently they're not available, but will be shortly. But we can add notes and information. So if we select information, now this in customer information basically allows you to say whether the customer is in credit or not, and you can use that on reports to decide whether customers are in credit or not. We can use that to prompt later on when the sales are being made to that customer, so we'll say they're in credit. And we can add an indication of whether this customer accepts or doesn't want to accept promotions. Now promotions being email or text or letter promotions, and it's annoying for some customers to keep receiving these from a supplier if they've already told them they don't want to receive them. So this enables you to identify the customers which do or do not wish to receive promotions in future. We can select the save button as usual, and that saves this information, or we can select the close button and that just closes the screen without saving. There's a notes button, and this enables you to add notes for this customer. So we don't deliver on Saturdays, and once again we can save those notes and return to them at a later date. It's useful for specific instructions for deliveries or collections, etc. And that's it. That's adding customers and editing them. We can return back to the customer list, and similarly with all the other data entry fields, you can select a search criteria of the ID, the system ID, or part or whole of the first name. Thank you.